Hey everyone, welcome to the I'll Be Living Life podcast. If you like my content, kindly support me by hitting the subscribe, like, and notification buttons. Today I have my special guest here. Her name is Carmen. She is on Instagram. Her handle name is Carmen_photography. Welcome to the show, Carmen.
Thank you all. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, the pleasure is mine. Just so everyone knows, if I'm not bringing awareness on issues, I like to promote talented people. So I have them on my show. We promote their skills and their pictures, and Carmen has some really, really nice pictures. So I usually pick a few of my favorite pictures from my guests, and then we talk about it. We're going to start with one that I really, really like from Vancouver Hotel. You posted this about a week ago. You know, for me, I'm a big fan of like skies and the clouds and all that stuff, and I love this picture. You want to give a talk about how you captured this and what you did to make it look so stunning?
Yes, that one, it was taken on a Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always checking the weather.
Oh,
right?
yes, of course.
And that day, it's usually nice is sunrise when after the rain,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in the sun. I know it's gonna be sunny the next day, so I say, okay, so we have a chance here.
Gotta go out.
So yeah, I gotta go out.
Yep.
Yeah, we took that picture, and I guess the light was just hitting the
Perfectly.
the hotel right in front.
Yes.
It was great, and then of course, you use the Photoshop and you enhance the colors.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out to be a really nice picture.
Yeah, see, so this is the thing, right? Like a lot of the pictures that I shoot, like a lot of it, I would say 50% of it, just you see something and then you're like, wow, I got to take a picture of that, right? And
Yes.
and then the other 50% is like you have to go and plan your shots. And that goes with night photography, it goes with your weather conditions, it goes with a little bit of everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love the way that you, like you said, you knew it was going to be a nice day, so you went up and it was a sunrise, it was hitting the building perfectly. And then you could see all the shadows on below, like on the ground, and how dark it is, and the clouds in the background is great. So
Yeah, of course I took 50 pictures, I think, of
Oh,
the
yeah,
same,
yeah.
different angles.
Yeah.
And I like that one because I can see the street
Yes.
and the light that hitting the hotel right in front.
Mm-hmm.
And of course you see the buildings, right?
Yeah.
So I choose that one.
Not everybody has an eye for that too, so good for you for that. Like I have to commend you on a lot of your shots. Like you know which angle to pick. Just like me, same thing. I take like maybe 10 pictures of everything I shoot, and then I guess maybe 6 of them are about the same. And then the other 4, you're kind of like, you're trying to find the little intricacies in there and seeing what's different, right? And you kind of weed it out that way to find the best one.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. But so you use Photoshop?
Yes, I use Lightroom,
Okay.
and I'm just learning Photoshop now. So I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
Just little by little learning some tutorials, but with that one I use enhancement.
Okay. Enhancements, yeah.
Yeah, enhancements on the lighting. Maybe could it be better?
Yeah, no, it's really good. I actually like it. No, it's very good. I think it's well done. I don't use Photoshop. I've used it maybe 3 times in 3 of my pictures. Most of the time I kind of use just the photo editor in my Samsung phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's quick. I just go in. It takes me no more than 5 to 10 seconds to fix a photo. I don't go into a lot of detail. I used to spend a little bit more time on it, but now because I know exactly what I'm doing, that I just go in there. It just takes me 5-10 seconds. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually that way. Like I take a lot of pictures of one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I start doing adjustments on my phone. But if I see that it's taking a lot of time,
Yep.
you know what? This is not a good picture.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend so much time on this one. Choose another one.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the light is different, the shadows are different. So the less work I put on sometimes, then the picture is good. So
Yeah, 100%.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good tip. See, so you just gave a really good tip to the listeners here. That's the same thing I feel. I feel that if I'm spending out too much time on a picture, that means it's not really that good. And it just takes too much time to edit, and that means it's not natural. I like to try to keep it as natural as possible and just, enhancing like the true colors in it, and that's it.
Yes.
Because when you look at something, it looks different from what you're actually posting, right? So when you're actually taking the picture compared to what it actually looks like, sometimes it's a little bit different. So I like to make it more true, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Yeah, I like to keep it natural, like
Yeah.
just a little bit of makeup.
That's right.
Not too much.
Yeah. Or one of my guests, Garrett, said it's overbaked or overcooked or something like that. Yeah. So I agree 100% with him. So let's go with the next picture, February 15th. Same thing. It's about Vancouver Hotel Vancouver. And it's got the clouds over top. That I love those kind of clouds. Those are the clouds that kind of sell a picture to me. And because it's winter and because we had a couple of days of snow, you have some snow on the ground. But I really like this picture.
Yes, on that one, I think it was just recently when we got the snow. So I said it was still snowing a little bit. I had to go out. I said I had to go and take some pictures. And I was just walking there.
Yeah.
I think I was walking on Purat, and of course I saw the hotel, and I gotta take that picture.
Yeah.
So the sky was the
pillowy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that too. But I don't know if you notice this, but sometimes when I take a picture, a lot of things I look up. So I look up for a lot of my photos, and sometimes I just don't notice like how the clouds are forming or whatever. But then when I take the picture, I'm like, geez, look at that. Like, it's gorgeous. and you just don't realize how the clouds play into your picture or the sun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a nice surprise for me. But that's a really good shot. Yeah, I really like that shot.
Thank you.
Let's go into the next one where we're talking December 1st, 2020. And this looks like it's at the 9 o'clock Cannon for a sunrise picture. Hey, that's a beautiful picture right there. So the sun's coming up. It's just hitting over the cannon. Obviously, you probably took, 20 different shots of this again and picked this one.
Yes, I did. I remember I had to get up really early. And when I got there, it was totally dark.
Yeah.
But of course, you gotta wait. And I took so many pictures because the light is changing rapidly.
That's right.
So at the end, I choose the one that you still see a little bit of dusk and orange, golden.
And the silhouette of the mountains. Yeah. No, it's a beautiful picture.
And it was very cold. So by the time I finished, my hands were frozen.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I've been out that way too. And especially since you're closer to the water, it gets a little breezy, right?
Yes, but it's worth it. My nose was so red. My hands were frozen. When you see your pictures turning that way, it's worth it.
Yeah. I posted something when I went to Lafarge Lake, not this year because they only had some of it there, but their lights during Christmas time is beautiful. And it's free. Everybody can just, anybody in the Lower Mainland could go and visit and walk around and check those lights out. I went on one of the coldest days in 2019 and and it was freezing, and I walked around, but I got a really nice capture of all the lights off to the west side of Lafarge Lake. And then I posted on my Instagram. I said I froze my ass off, but this was really worth it, right? Yeah. So that was a great shot there, Carmen. Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, and then let's go for another one here. Let's talk about some autumn colors. So you have one November 4th, 2020. You're on the street. I bet you anything, I was probably on the same street as you. I have a similar picture. I believe this is around Hastings and Renfrew area.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. And so how do you feel about this shot?
I tried so many times on that shot because anytime I go in that area, there is so many people.
It's packed.
I said, okay, I finished work. I gotta go and take some pictures, but it's packed. So I cannot get a clear shot. So then I said, no, I have to go in the early morning. So I got up early and went there. The street was empty, and I was able to take the shot. And the light is on because it was sunrise. It was even better. The light was coming in, and that makes the trees look so red.
Yeah.
So it's just beautiful.
I truly love like our fall season here and our spring season here. But you're absolutely right. Everywhere we go to try to take pictures of fall or spring, the
Yes.
places are packed with
Yeah.
Instagrammers.
Yeah, I feel bad for the people that living in that area there because I guess it's busy during the day on those
Oh yeah.
at that time, right?
Oh yeah. I went somewhere down around that area as well for my spring shots for the cherry blossoms. And I was talking to, like, I love talking, so whether it's on my podcast or if it's a complete stranger or whatever, but I really do love talking. And I was talking to a neighbor that lives in one of those areas, right? And I asked him, I go, geez, I'm just here to take a quick shot and I'm gone. But I see so many people there. Like there's probably, I would say 100 people that were in their neighborhood,
Yeah.
and their cars are, littered all over the place, and people are grabbing the branches, and people are like,
Yes. Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think it's a little bit disrespectful. I feel that people should just go there, take a quick picture, enjoy the moment, just take it all in, and 15 minutes later, just let it go, right, and just
Yeah.
walk away. And I generally, when I go to these places, I like to park a few blocks away because I don't really want to be in the hustle bustle of everything.
Yeah, you gotta be mindful to the people that
Yes.
live there. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I generally try to park at least 4 blocks away and then just walk there and be a little bit respectful.
Yeah.
That lady that I was talking to said that actually somebody was climbing on one of the trees and snapped the branches off, right? And now the tree is all kind of damaged and everything. I
Oh.
was like, yeah, no one should be doing that.
No, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the morning. I'm a morning person, so I get up early and, basically do my thing and get it done in
Yeah.
every way. Yeah.
No, good
So,
for
and
you.
there is less people, in the morning time, people are sleeping, especially on Sundays, that my day off.
Yep.
So I go there and take pictures on Sundays and Mondays. So
Yeah.
the earlier I can do it, the better.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I head out pretty early too. Unfortunately, I'm a night owl and I'm an early riser, so I
Oh
don't get
yeah, I
much
see
sleep.
your pictures. Your pictures are night photography, so
Yeah.
they're great. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do a little bit of both. Night photography is not bad because no one's around,
Oh, okay.
and I usually go later in the night instead of like at dinner time. Like there's more people during the dinner time, and there's more people definitely at lunchtime. So I try to avoid those times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good for you. Keep up the good work. And, I really like all your pictures. I think you and I have been following each other for about a year and a half now. When I was kind of looking at your Instagram there, kind of looked back at how far my likes go back there. And it seemed like it was about a year and a half in 2019. I think we started following each other. And yeah, no, keep up the great shots.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I follow your podcast,
Thank you.
and you get so many great guests and great tips and advice. But I'm new in Instagram, so if you can explain a little more how to the hashtags work, because I think you were saying that you have to have two hashtags that they are not too big.
Yep, that's right.
Yes, could you explain that to me better, please?
Sure. Yeah, I actually just did one with an episode with Kimmy that we talked about the hashtags, and I also have one in the earlier ones. But I think it's time for me to do a refresher and maybe do another couple episodes on some of my tips that I can give out, as some of the people may forget to check my earlier episodes or whatnot. But yeah, hashtags. So you have 30 hashtags,
Yes.
and you should use all of them. So I feel that it's necessary to use all 30, and I feel that a lot of people don't know if they should use 30. Like I've heard a number of 9 before. I've heard a number of 27. I've heard a number of 5 and 7. But I feel that if they give you 30, use 30. So those 30, you should use 2 of them. You should have relatively small ones. So those hashtags would be somewhere along the lines of maybe 20,000 posts to about 100,000 posts. And those would be considered small hashtags.
Okay.
And the reason being you want to get those small hashtags is the chances of you landing on their page is a lot higher than you going for a hashtag that has millions and millions of posts. So with the two, that's the two small ones, and then you would want to use about 26 medium-sized ones. And medium size is anywhere from about 100,000 to, I would say, maybe 800,000.
Okay.
Okay. So and how you check that is you're going to go into each of these hashtags. So say, for instance, you go into, I don't know, Daily Hive Vancouver or something like that. That hashtag will have about a million and change post, I believe.
Okay.
So I would call that one as a larger hashtag.
I see.
Okay. With that being said, now you use 26 medium-sized ones, 2 small ones, so that leaves you with 2 large ones. And the 2 large ones would be anywhere from 1 million to 2 million posts. Okay. Now, the trick of all these hashtags is you want to land on their top 20. Top 9 if you can. That would be the best.
Okay.
So if you go into one of your photos and you hashtagged, one of those hashtags, and you want to check, are you on their top 9? So if you're on their top 9, that means they're trying to promote you.
I see. Okay.
And maybe not promote you, but they're using you for their page. Yeah. So if they're using you for your page, that's gonna bode well for you, because now more people are gonna see it, right? So once somebody sees it, then you're gonna have more followers, and you're gonna have more people looking at your stuff, right? I'm just gonna go into your Vancouver hotel shot, the one of the dark streets and the nice colors of the cloud and everything. So I'm going to go up into What's Up Vancouver, which you hashtag, it's only got 1,000 photos in there, right? So the funny thing with this one is I'm looking at their top 20 and I don't see your picture there.
Okay.
So if I don't see that picture there, and that's a great shot, I would ditch it. I wouldn't even use them anymore.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you go into What's Up Vancouver, I don't see your picture there. And honestly, your picture is way better than all these other pictures here. That's my opinion. But let's go into Very Vancouver for the same picture. So that Very Vancouver's got 561,000 posts. And I'm looking at their top 20. Again, I don't see your picture there. So give them a few shots to see if they would post up something for you. And it looks like they did. It looks like they posted up your 3 float planes that you posted 2 days ago.
Yes.
Yeah, and that looks like it's actually about number 30 on here, which is okay, because the longer your picture is, the less likely it's going to stay on here, because they have to recirculate everything, or not recirculate everything, but put all the new pictures up, right? So actually they kind of helped you a little bit by posting up your photo, and you're about number 30 right now. But the best way to check for that is right after you use their hashtags, give them about an hour or 2.
Okay.
And then go back into your hashtags, the ones you hashtagged your picture with, and see if you land on their page. See if you land on their top 9 or top 20. If you don't land on them, give them a few tries. And if it doesn't work, if they still don't put you up there, then just get rid of them. Like, there's no point in using them anymore.
Okay. And how do you substitute those hashtags? Like, you'll
have to. Well, so I generally keep. You got to be relevant, right? You got to make sure that whatever you're hashtagging makes sense to your picture. I would have a lot of these hashtags in my notes on my phone. So I would say, okay, well, I use these 30 for this picture. I could put it down, and now I have a track of it. So it's a lot easier for me to go back and pick up whatever ones I want. If you notice after a few tries, even if you want to be generous and say, okay, I'm going to post up about, 5 to 10 pictures, and if they don't show me any love, then I got to take them out and replace them. When you're substituting them, I would go into Instagram, look up Vancouver. You'll see a lot of different hashtags for Vancouver. Just go into the hashtags, the tag section, and it'll show you all those tags. And then you could just pick from that. And that's what I do.
I see.
Yeah, so you got to use those hashtags to your benefit. I know a lot of these hashtags out there are probably going to hate my guts for saying this stuff, but you know, if they're using you for their page, why not use them back? And if they're not trying to help promote you, I would just ditch them.
I see.
Yeah, there's no loyalty in any of this.
I see.
Like if I'm a strong believer of engagement, I'm a strong believer of supporting each other.
Yeah.
But if people, you know, don't support me, why am I supporting them? And
Right.
it's just because I have 9,000 followers. If you're not showing me any time, why would I show you any time too? So I know it's a little bit of a game there, but you know, it's about trying to help each other build, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I had the idea that, just being future, will get you a lot of followers. But, some of my pictures have been featured, but I don't get any followers.
Yeah.
So, but I see other people that, they get featured all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they get tons of followers. So I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong, or what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't understand the how this works.
So I can speak a little bit about that too, and I've said this over and over again. For me, getting featured, I've been featured, I don't know, about 10 times or so, maybe a little bit more, but every single time I've been featured, I gain like a few followers, but nothing to the point of when I actually work at getting followers.
Right.
So when I work at getting followers, I actually get way more followers than I would when I get featured. Getting followers is just by, engagement and thanking people for liking your photo. And, you get a lot of people that are new to your page and like your photo and comment on your photo. You have to engage back.
Yes.
And those are the people that will follow you.
And actually, I gotta thank you for that, because I listening to your podcast and talking about engagement, and I started to do that. Like every time they comment, and I comment them back, and they thank you and spent a little bit of time doing that. I realized that I get more exposure.
You betcha. Yeah, people are surprised by how much you get back from just supporting each other, and just your followers are your everything. So I don't care if I get one comment. I don't care if I get 200 comments. I'm going to take my time to comment back on every single one of those. And if I haven't, and someone could call me out, but I can guarantee you that 98% of the time I will respond back if I see it. And if I don't see it, I might have just accidentally missed it. That's it. But I will always thank them and always comment back. I really appreciate all my followers, and I think people just don't have that idea out there of how much that means to being on social media and branding yourself and all that stuff. It's huge.
Yes. Do you think there is makes a difference? Like, okay, I post a picture and I start getting comments, but sometimes I get busy with work.
Yep.
I cannot respond right away.
Yep.
So until I have a break or until I
That's
finished.
fine. Yep.
So will that makes any difference? Somebody was telling me that you have to respond right away.
Yeah. So with the responding right away thing, what it does is it's going to bump up your value for Instagram. If you get more people commenting on your photo right away, then you comment right away back. That just shows that there's a lot more going on your Instagram. And that would give the hashtags and people out there on Instagram, they'll keep you up there a bit longer. And what they'll do is they'll say, oh, there's a lot of engagement here, so let's feature them, right? But for me, like you said, there's work.
Yeah,
there's life outside of this, right? And but me, what I normally do is I'll post up a picture. And then, of course, when I post up a picture, I post up at my high times. My high times are anywhere from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. That goes like generally more on the weekdays. So I used to post up 7 days a week, and then I went down to 5 times a week, and now I'm only Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So when I do that, I post it up at my 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning, but that's also my work time. So I try to get it before I'm at work. So I post it up, and then of course I'm at work. I'm not going to be responding to comments, right? Because my work is busy. So and I don't think it's fair to my workplace either if I was focusing on this, which I don't. So I wait until I get home, and then when I get home, and that's usually around 5 o'clock at night, that's when I start to unwind a bit, and then I start thanking them. Or I'd thank them on the next day because I'm only posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll thank on Tuesday, or I'll thank on Thursday. And the Fridays I have all weekend. So my last post on Friday, which I shot of this nice creek, I have a bunch of comments in there, and I haven't even responded yet. And I will respond, and that will be later today.
Okay, I see.
I feel that engagement is 100%. Like, that's the number one tip, and that's the best way to grow. Yeah. So you have any more questions there?
Yeah, when you were saying about the times, how do you know the times? When is the best time to post? For me personally, I don't have a time specifically.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I have a little time before work, so I post in the morning. Sometimes I don't have any time, so I lunch break. And sometimes I don't have any time at all, so just at night time. So, is it makes any difference the timing that, or it has to be? If you posting every day a certain time, the same time, or it doesn't matter?
I think it actually does matter. There's insights on your Instagram. Do you see that?
Insights.
Does it say insights on your Instagram?
Yeah, insights. Yes.
Okay, so hit insights. Okay, then it'll say your audience down around the I guess the top, near the top of the page, or the top half. Your audience, and it says see all.
Yes.
Hit see all.
Okay.
Okay. Now go down to the bottom, and you'll see most active times.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, so it goes hours and days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hit days, and now tap the blue bar there.
Okay.
The blue bar on the bottom. Now it'll give you a bunch of numbers.
Yes. Oh, I see it.
Okay, so that's how many followers are on those days. So they give you a break, and that's the last 7 days, okay? You can change that to last 30 days. And then it'll tell you, if you break it down in the last 30 days, it'll tell you an average of all those days down there. So if you go back down to days, you hit it, then it'll tell you your busiest days.
So those are the days that the people
your followers are on.
I see, okay.
Yeah. And then if you go into hours, now you can go break it down by each day. You can say go Thursday, Friday, and it'll give you exactly what time the high times are.
Okay.
And mine are always the highest time is at 9 in the morning. So,
right.
So
9 to 12, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So now the best thing for you to do is post up around 8 o'clock. So this way you're going to reach a lot more people.
Okay.
Yeah, just use your insights, use everything to your advantage, and that will give you tips on when to post. And for me, if I look at my times, my weekends are actually my slowest times. Yeah, because it's got the least amount of followers out there at that time. It's just a little bit less, but when you break it down, I have over 7,000 of my followers on the weekdays, and then on the weekends it's about 6,000 something, I think. So yeah, so it is a bit different.
I see. Okay, because I can see that this picture I only got certain amount of likes, or this one, and I'm thinking, but it's a good picture.
Yeah.
Well, to me, right?
yeah, exactly.
And sometimes I post this one. Oh, okay, I don't have a better picture. Let's just post this one, and I realize, oh my God, this one. Somebody else picked it up and posted or shared it, or
that's right.
So
I see. Features too. So with your featured photos, the best thing to do, if you're getting featured, I always felt that getting featured is not a big deal. It's good for your ego a little bit, and it's like, wow,
it feels good to be loved.
That's right. Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know. I think many people have gone through this, that you get a little bit of love and you feel good.
Yes.
And then you don't get it and
Yeah.
you feel disappointed and
Yeah.
you feel like, your self-confidence go very low.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, right?
Yeah.
I always keep in mind that I'm doing this for me, for myself. And if the people like the picture, that's great. And if
Exactly.
not, I'm doing it for me. So I'm not going to get disappointed and I'm not going to compare to anybody else.
Exactly.
So it's just me. And, just keeping that in mind, it really helps.
Yeah. When I first started with trying to get, I always used to tag, like I would tag people on my picture so that I can get featured, right? And like you said, I would get a little bit disappointed because I know that picture is amazing. It's like one of my favorite pictures. Why isn't it getting featured, right? And honestly, I got to the point where I really don't give a shit. Like I don't care anymore. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. So I don't even tag people anymore. I've stopped tagging. I use all my hashtags, but I stopped tagging on my photos. I'm maybe maybe out of 40 pictures, I'll tag like maybe 3 accounts or something like that. But I rarely tag anymore. I was just one of my pictures was just put into the Daily Hive Vancouver book or something like that. And I've been featured on a Port Coquitlam calendar. They used my picture there. I've been on some Langley hiking or scenic book as well. So that's fine. It doesn't bother me. But to now, honestly, I really don't care anymore. So I stopped tagging for a long time now because, like you said, you don't really get that many more followers when you get featured. Like if you work at it, you might get a bunch. One of my followers and one I follow, M1, she's amazing. She gets featured all the time, and she gets a lot of followers from that. But
oh, wow.
Yeah, there is a way to go into it, like which I would do, is once you get featured, go back into that feature and hit who liked your photo and go through that list. And if they're not following you, go in there and go into their account. And if you like their photos, start liking their photos too. And then follow them.
Yeah.
And then see if they follow you back. Because they already liked one of your photos. The chances are they might follow you.
Oh, right.
Okay, but you gotta like again, it's all about supporting each other. So again, it's engagement. So just because I like a featured photo doesn't mean I'm gonna follow you. Especially you gotta, if you come back to my page and go, geez, we have some commonality, and you like my stuff, I like your stuff. Oh, for sure we're gonna follow each other, right? Yeah. And I want to provide another tip out there that I'm noticing a lot lately too. So I'm getting a lot of followers recently, but those followers are not liking any of my photos. So they just follow me and then that's it. So I get notification that they're following me. So I look at my recent stuff to see if they actually like any of my photos, because you just followed me. So obviously you might find something interesting in my page, right? But if they don't like any of your photos, the chances are very high that they're going to unfollow you soon.
Okay.
Yeah, because they'll follow you, but they're not liking any of your photos. So they're just trying to get numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of them that if they don't, say for instance, if I don't know you, Carmen, and I went into your page and I liked like 4 or 5 of your photos, and then I followed you, the chances are they're probably going to stay and follow you. But if I don't know you and I just, hit follow because I'm going through a random list of 100 people or something like that, and I just follow everyone, there's no value to that. So when you follow them, probably a week later, they'll probably unfollow you, or even within a couple days.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. So that's why for me, support and engagement, that's 100% my number one. These people out there that are just following me for the sake of getting numbers, I end up not following them. And then sure enough, if I check back a little bit, they unfollow me anyway. So it's not a big deal.
How do you keep track of that?
I used to use an app, but that app actually got me, it gave me a warning. So I stopped using it. So now what I do is I actually go into my account and I go into following. So I look at the people that I'm following. And then I'll go into sorted by default. So you'll sort it by the latest.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And then you just go, since you followed these people, they should be following you back, right? So I would just go into like maybe the last 50 or 100 people. I'll tap their account and then I'll see if they're following me. I'll just check if they're following me. And if they're not following me, then I kind of look at their account and see if I liked any of their photos. Maybe that's the reason why they're not following me, right? So, I'll tap into a few of their pictures if I like them. And if I don't, I just delete them. I just get them out. I don't know. If they don't like any of my pictures, there's no point, right? So it's got to be a two-way street.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah. So you just go through those numbers and you can find a lot of people that actually don't follow you, and then you could just get rid of those ones.
Do a little bit of cleanup.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. This stuff is not easy, that's for sure. But if you're truly trying to brand yourself and you're trying to get your pictures exposed out there and getting more exposure and getting more, everyone's got their own reason why they're doing this, right? And some people are just doing it for hobby and all that. And if you don't care, then fine. Then don't worry about this stuff. None of my tips will matter, because it'll just be you're just doing it for a hobby. But for me, what I'm trying to do is build my podcast and promote talented people. So the more talented
amazing,
people,
Al.
thank you.
That is amazing.
Thank
yes.
you. So the more talented people I see out there, the more I want to promote them. So, I see some pretty cool stuff out there, like your pictures, and for one, and my previous guests and their artwork, and I have some really nice people come on my show, and I love this. Like, it fuels me to even become even better. Yeah. So I feel that there's a lot of talented people out there, and I'm trying to do this for my podcast. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. So yeah, it feels good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Gave quite a bit of information today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay. Well, awesome. Well, thank you for joining me on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me, Al. I was quite nervous.
No, but you can see it's pretty casual. I try to keep it as casual as possible. So yeah. No, you did
I
well.
really thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's very kind of you to say that.
As I say before, I have listened to your podcast, and they are great.
Thank you.
You learn a lot from them.
Thank you so much. So if you're not following Carmen, please give her a follow. She goes by, again, Carmen_photography on Instagram. She has great shots. Give her a follow. She'll follow you back. If you like my content, kindly support me by hitting the subscribe and like button and notification button also. All right, and that's it. And I'll catch you guys next week. Thanks.